Hello and welcome back to the Andrew Plays channel. We're back today for Unknown to World Known. But before we get into the episode, I'd like to announce that tomorrow at 5 o'clock we're going to be launching a new series. I'm not going to reveal too much at the moment, other than there's a little hint on this shirt about where we may be heading. Not necessarily the team, but perhaps the country and the leagues. So a little hint for you there. But do come back tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss that first episode. And let's get into today's video. So we are back for the first day of the new season. We've got some transfer news to go through, and we have been hard at work going through a list of players we wanted to keep and sell. It's been a long time since I've wrote it out like that, but it felt good. What we've done since you were last with us, there's not been too much turnaround. We've largely just tried to strengthen certain areas. So outgoing was, first of all, Mamardashvili. We've sold him to Olympiacos for £28 million, just because he was 31. I was able to find somebody who's just as good with the potential to be better, so why not make that change? Then we also sold Johnny to Real Madrid for £23.5 million. Despite the fact that he looks very good, he is 30 now, and he's about to be turning 31. We've got a few players that are in that kind of age bracket in our midfield, so I wanted to freshen it up a little bit. So more than anything, we sold Johnny. He didn't play as much as like Adley and Talignani. So although they bought him in last season, it's a slight loss, but he didn't play a lot for us. But I think with what we've bought in, we're freshening up the midfield a bit more. And then we did also sell Tarek Lamptey. This is the one that I was, again, on the fence about, but he's turning 32 in September. So we got 13.5 million, I believe it was. 17.5 million, even better, to sell him to PSG. He kind of wanted to go as well anyway. I think with what we've done, we've got somebody who can rotate at right back if we need them to. Ideally, Lopez plays there more often. But in the long term, I think it was the right thing to do. I think it was a good chance for us to sell somebody who's getting towards the time where we need to sell them. And more than anything, as I say, we're just refreshing a lot of the squad. We also did sell Brian Casarijo, but he was in the under-23s. He's not really going to amount to anything, so a little bit of money bought in for him. Incoming, we start off with Isaac Bergman Johansson. He's come in from Manchester City on loan initially, with a deal to buy him next year. I believe it's mandatory. It is mandatory, 28.5 million. He played 29 and 23 times for Man City last year, but look at his versatility. We bought him in really as a left-back option, but he can pretty much do anything we need him to. So he's a good utility player for us to have anyway. Our new backup goalkeeper, we've bought in Belgic. He's come in from Bournemouth, only about £5 million. So bit of profit for them, but on the flip side, he's come in to be our backup goalkeeper, so that's absolutely fine for us. Weirdly, our other goalkeeper is displaying on last season, Matthew Kitchell. He's come in from Spurs for £15 million. He only played 5 times for them last season, but he's already as good as Mamardashvili, and he's got the potential to be even better. Belgic is also looking very good, so we can kind of pick and choose who we want out of them. If one of them goes out of form, we can rotate it. That's absolutely fine. We then bought in somebody you may remember, Nagel from Inter Milan, £25 million. However, he did as good at Inter Milan while we were there. He's only 25. And as I say, this was the thing that we needed to do. We sold Johnny so we could refresh our midfield. That's what Nagel's going to do for us. And alongside Nagel doing that, we've also got Uzuma, who's going to come in and do it. He's 22, coming in from Arsenal on loan. This time it's an optional fee for us to buy him for £32 million. So we get a chance to see how good he actually is, decide whether he's going to be worth that for us. He looks very good at some things, but also very poor at some things, like his dribbling, his finishing aren't good. But as just a central midfielder, he's probably someone that can come off the bench, put in a shift for us. And then we've also bought in, a little bit more expensive, Nikita Larin. He's from Russia. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Coming in from Dynamo Moscow for £55 million. Don't know why they're managing to ask us for that much money. But we've bought him in anyway. Looks very good. He's going to be one of our starting midfielders going forward from how I feel about him. 23 years old, potential to get a little bit better, and hopefully we can nurture that into him. And of course, this season we are going to be playing some Champions League football. We haven't had the draw yet. I don't think it will be in today's episode even, unfortunately, because we only do one game after the transfers. And I'm assuming I'm right in saying this, because the group stage doesn't get drawn until the 26th. So yeah, that will be in. Well, we'll be back tomorrow for the Champions League group stage games at some point. But for now, let's go and start our season. You can see Portsmouth currently top of the league after a 3-2 win against Southampton. So far, there's only been one goal in every game, unless it's been a draw. And, well, one goal between the teams, I should say. So, therefore, I see it, as we play West Brom, its potential to go top of the league straight away. And the lineup for the first game of the season, we've got Belgic in goal, a back four of Lopez, Bevis, Godfrey and Johansson, Talignani at holding midfield, Nagel and Ravella in the two slots in front of him, Kosa on the right, Morrow on the left, and Lanzalotta as the sole striker today. We are going to be looking at Tabakaru coming in very soon into that striker slot, I think, or Satriano. This is the one problem at the moment. We've kind of favouring the 4-3-3 a little bit with the wingers, but also we've got a lot of strikers. So they might have to just work on the wings sometimes and just have to deal with it, to be fair. We also might be seeing Kosa leave if his promise is fulfilled. But at the moment, there's not really any interest in him. So we'll have to see what happens there. And Talignan is wanted on loan by Celtic. Don't know what that's about. He's going nowhere. He does want to leave, technically, but we're not going to let him. Godfrey on the ball here plays it forward to Raul Morrow. Now, I'll be honest, there is a little bit of me that was glad to see us get to play West Brom on the opening day as we hit the post through Nagel. Of course, last season, we lost 3-1 to them towards the end of the season, which potentially cost us a Premier League title. I don't know what to expect going into this season, how much we're going to be able to compete with the extra front of the Champions League. Lanzalotta trying to find space here, but the shot is eventually blocked and breaks to Burden. Nicotia now to D'Souza. Tries to find a ball across, but Johansson is there to deal with it, and we are able to play out from the back again. It will be interesting to see, because we've not got a massive squad. I've tried to increase the size a little bit, but overall we've got a lot of centre-backs. Every other position, we're probably a little bit lighter than we would like to be to compete in the Premier League and the Champions League. But we're going to give it our best shot, of course. And Burden has found a way through one-on-one with the keeper, puts it wide. From the goal kick, we're going to see another highlight though. Bevis playing out to Lopez. Nagel gives the ball away very easily to Small. Nicotia through to Farah, and we're 1-0 down. And that all comes from just a really lackadaisical pass from Nagel. He just didn't look like he had any interest in where it was going. And he's just, like, you can't give the ball away like that. And we're punished for it, unfortunately. Raul Morrow with the ball on the left-hand side here. He knocks it back inside to Ravella. And then Tadignani on the edge of the area. He gets dispossessed by Patino. And the ball forward finds Burden. Lopez with a good tackle, but it somehow falls to Nicotia, who puts them 2-0 up. What on earth was that bounce from the tackle? It was actually a good tackle. And it's gone straight into Nicotia's path. That just feels really harsh on Lopez, because he's done nothing wrong with that tackle. And it just completely exposes us. That's really unfortunate. We're 2-0 down at half-time to West Brom. I don't really know what else to say about that. We're going to bring Raul Morrow off. Lanzalotta's going to go out to the wing, and Satriano will go up front. You can become an inside forward on that left wing. But yeah, I don't really know what else to do here, but other than yell at them. Lopez throws the ball into Gosa. He plays it back to Bevis and then across to Godfrey at the back. We need to get this ball forward, and Godfrey is trying to do that. Lanzalotta to Nagel. He plays it back to Talignani. Ravella through to Nagel. Can he get one back? He does get one back. He's made up for his mistake. And early on in the second half, if we were going to make a comeback, we needed to get a goal early in the second half. We've done exactly that. And now hopefully we can push on and find a way to turn this game on its head. João Gomez throws the ball into Nicotia, and it's back to Gomez, who's going to run down the wing. Chance for a cross here. Plays it short to Nicotia. Hansen Aaron on the edge. Goes down, but the ball is cleared away. Lanzalotta to Ravella. Forward to Satriano. He's got one more man to beat. He's had to be held up. They did very well to hold him up. Ravella back to Johansson. Ravella to Talignani. And he tries to play a ball forward. Doesn't manage to do so on that attempt. But Lopez into Satriano. Hits the outside of the post. That should be an equaliser. Knowles with a throw in here. Finds D'Souza. And it's back to Knowles. Can he now get a cross in? Oh, what's happened here? Nagel's made a tackle. And Nagel has been sent off. He's gone in with 2 feet. What is he playing at? Nagel, once again, is making it as hard as possible for us to win this game. Tabakara is coming on for Kosa on the right-hand side. Godfrey and Talignani play a ball forward, but it's intercepted. Nicotia's received it now. Godfrey with a good tackle. Lanzalotta picks it up, but it's a loose pass to try and find a ball forward. I think he just tried to rush that a little bit. Ball over the top. Burden's got it. One-on-one with the keeper. He struck the bar. That was very unlucky for West Brom. We've been let off. And we're going to have to make our final change. I don't really know what to do here. We're going to have to go to the 3 up front. We've got no choice in that because we need to try and find a goal. And I guess our other change will be Azoma coming on for Talignani in midfield, just in hopes that he can help create something. Maybe Johansson and Lopez can push forward a little bit as well. Purely because if we want to find a winner, we're going to have to push forward. A winner? We need an equaliser first, Andrew. Lopez throws the ball to Mona. Ball towards the far post, but Balcombe is able to gather that quite easily. He goes for a long ball. Godfrey's missed his header, and D'Souza's on the ball now. Lopez is back there with him. Goes back to Knowles, and then he brings it inside to Patino. Ball to Nicotia. We've lost 3-1 to Everton again. We've already done this. We did it last season. And now, we're not 3-1 down. We're very lucky not to be 3-1 down. But the fact that we're going to lose to West Brom, who are a team that just aren't challenging near the top, it's really disappointing. We've got a corner. Ravella sends it in. Satriano was in there, but it was headed away from him. Bevis collects it on the edge of the area. Sends it back out towards Ravella, but it was intercepted. Godfrey collects it. Ravella to Tabakaru. Needs to get a cross in. He does. Satriano was in there, but the keeper got to it first. Balcombe then goes long. It goes over Bevis. Burden one-on-one. Belgic makes a good save, but you've got to question Burden. Got to question Bevis for the fact that Burden was able to get past him that easily. Satriano heads the corner away, only as far as Gomez, to Patino, and he goes all the way back to Wood. And on the opening day of the season, we've lost 2-1. We're going to send them to training tomorrow. We're going to go and find Nagel. We're going to send a throw bottle at him because he cost us a goal, then got a red card. I mean, the fact that he scored now, that means nothing because he made 2 massive mistakes. And I'm putting this loss entirely on Nagel for that, just because of the way that all went down. However, with 1 game to go in the weekend, there's still only goal difference is 1-0 or -1. And we will be back sometime in September or October with the Champions League group stage games. I'll look for which one looks the most interesting. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment what you think we can do in the Champions League this year. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.